Imagine, if you must, the longest night of the year. The setting sun, the icy wind howling, the
we have to block this, right?
As the sky grows dark, you reach for your weapon and find it gone, leaving you under the darkening sky with only your wits and what you can find or build. You light your Yule burner, hoping its pale flame will last the long night ahead. The sun sets, and your fight begins.
Yeah, jump over it.
Night, everybody. Keep your Yule burner lit.
I need to make some traps is the problem. I need some shit to make some floor traps. I don't have shit to make anything.
What do you need?
I think gears?
I'm trying to find some blue glow.
It's alright.
But I'll, if I
I don't have enough shit to make really anything. I put up a trap. Or a ceiling trap.
Couldn't hurt.
You have to. I had a bunch of traps made already. It would have been fine,
but... The hotter the burner, the farther out the storm is pushed. So keep the temp high with blue glow.
Good.
How you guys doing?
Well, we're okay.
Add blue glow to keep the burner fired up and push back the storm.
We're okay.
Pick up the pace.
A supply drop nearby, Commander. That blue glow should keep things hot.
Shit.
man.
I need 25 more kills with the trap, and I only have one trap. Wait, I got another trap.
What other? I got probably a bunch. I've been collecting a bunch of stuff, so you just tell me what materials you need. Ooh, supply drop. Did you go get the supply drop?
I got one of them.
I'll get the other one.
I can make some stuff now.
Bullet.
Now where are they gonna come from now? Okay.
The burners kicked off the repair and firing sequence.
Wish I could.
No. No! Oops. That's not really what I wanted, but okay.
The storm's stirring up again. We've got more bad guys incoming.
Hoping they're gonna go into my wall puncher.
So creepy.
Crap, I can't get that guy.
Oh, guy.
Where's a bad guy trap that's in here?
The supply drop has been sent your way. The burners kicked off the repair and firing sequence.
Where's the supply drop? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna get it.
See if I can find any more blue glow.
We need to find some blue glow. The burner's starting to cool down. You must hit the weak point of that ice or it will refreeze.
Oh my god, I still can't make any floor traps. I can't make any traps, but Oh wait, yes I can. I didn't kill any with a trap in that last wave.
Here comes another squall in the storm. Brace yourselves. Watch the burner. It needs some heat. That blue glow fortifies the burner. Supplies incoming! That blue glow reignited the flames and kicked in the repair sequence. You're gonna need to find some blue glow to keep the burner hot.
That's funny.
We've got storm readings saying things are about to get worse. The burners kicked off the repair and firing sequence.
Coming down!
How'd they get up top?
I don't know.
Shit. Oh, probably these fucking flingers.
What's the pulse?
Alright, whatever.
I'm gonna try to find some more blue glow since we're out now.
It's fine.
We've dropped in some supplies.
Blue glow. I'm not seeing
Find
any
some
on the
blue
map.
glow. You're all out.
Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to find some.
Oh, you can do the crystal thing to get blue glow.
Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near the crystal thing. Ooh, there's a piece of blue glow right in front of me. Oh no, that person got it, so. Where's this last piece of crystal? I don't see it.
Here comes another squall in the storm. Brace yourselves.
Maybe.
We need another dose of blue glow for the burner. That storm is so cold, it will freeze you solid in no time. You'll want to stay close to the
Oh my
burner.
god, I only need like 6 more trap kills. 5 more trap kills.
Okay, I got a bunch more.
A bunch more what?
Blue glow.
Actually, I only need like 3 more now. Two more.
Bring it, bonehead!
Done.
Oh no! They're attacking the burner! running at peak temps to keep the storm at bay. We're airdropping some blue glow to your location.
You'll be back in.
I'm dropping in the full team during the break in the storm.
Oh yeah, I'm back. It's just during that. Okay.
We've dropped in some supplies.
Let's see if I got my,
Just 3 of you left. I had to pull one of you out.
Yeah, that's done.
I don't remember how to get to.
That blue glow fortified the burner. Watch the walls. I'm seeing storm readings spiking again. Burners kicked off the repair and firing sequence.
Oh, fuck, I just got knocked down. Damn it.
Hero down. There's only 3 of you left. It's on the burner.
Okay.
Keep them off the burner. fighting the burner. You're back! Get out there and fight that storm.
You're back.
Look out for a new supply drop. That blue glow fortified the burner.
Man.
Keep your eye out for blue glow. We're gonna need it for the burner. I think there's blue glow inside that big one. Another squall in the storm. Brace yourselves. Whoa! That thing dropped a blue glow. That princess has some blue glow inside it. Take it out. Inside it.
I'm not.
Just 3 of you left. I had to pull one of you out.
Wish I could.
Watch the burner. It needs some heat. In the repair sequence. I'm dropping in the full team during the free.
Where's the army guy? Is that army guy?
Can't.
What army guy?
That's what I want to do.
Staying warm? It's been an impressive run. We've got storm readings saying things are about to get worse.
Oh shit.
I'll have to pull you out until there's a break.
Oh shit. I was looking at my phone and I wasn't paying attention. Oh no, what the hell? They knocked me real quick and there's a Krampus Smasher over here. Jesus.
That blue glow fortifies the burner. Hero down. Only 2 left in the fight.
Down.
Yeah. I was trying, man.
Your wounds are bad. I'm pulling you out until there's a break in the action. Husks are damaging the burner.
If we can make it, we got like plenty of blue glow down there.
Keep them
Oh,
on the
we got
burner.
3, 2.
We're airdropping some blue glow to your location.
Okay.
You're back! Get out there and fight that storm.
Where's the blue glow at?
That blue glow should keep things hot.
Brutal. I like it. What's this? Can't.
Watch the walls. I'm seeing storm readings spiking again.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
That blue glow fortifies the burner. There's only 3 of you left. Watch it. There's only 2 of you left. That blue glow should keep things hot. attacking the burner! Be careful, you're the only one left.
Are you alive?
Yeah.
That blue glow fortifies the burner. Oh no! They're attacking the burner!
Oh no!
If you fall, I'll pull you out until there's a break in the action. Then blue glow should keep things on. Keep them off the burner!
Ah, that got me. Dang it.
I've got you. I'll drop you back in when there's a break.
Okay, you got 38 blue glows.
I won't let you down, Commander.
Positive, right? Or was that us total?
Ah, man. So if you make it 45 minutes, you unlock something, and we made it 37.
Ah, damn it.
That's okay. We did really good for not playing that in a long time.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah. See, that's actually, see, I don't mind that. That's kind of fun because it's hard and it's challenging and and it's not. I actually don't think that one is actually meant to win. I think every level it just gets harder and harder.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
Okay.
Daisy, are you on board? Sleeping on the floor today?
Is this some hot Corona? Hot coronavirus juice?
He's my monkey man.
Okay, I'm back. Got my 50 V-Bucks. I got Jingle Chess. Okay. Okay. Ooh, perfect. That's gross, Daisy.
Doesn't matter.
What do you want to play? I'm probably only gonna play one more. So, whatever you want to do.
If you want to do the hold on. Okay. If you want to if you want to work on some more of your quests, your Jilly quests.
Okay, well, I just need to eliminate Zapper husks, but I don't know. I guess I'll just hit play now. Oh, it's in its own thing.
Yeah, then don't do play now. You don't want to do that. Yeah.
Well, that's the only place to do it.
No, it's not. What is it? What's it say it is?
Sergeant Tank Gatling demands a trial by combat eliminating zappers in the area. Eliminate them and collect dense violetinum to prove your case.
Okay, so you can do that in any world.
Okay. Any world? Like easy worlds?
Yeah, even easy worlds, yeah. Try to pick like a city or a suburb, but yeah.
Here, we can do this one. Rescue the survivors? Yeah?
Yep, sure. Man, I bring you up a lot. Cause you're a 64, and when you play with me, it brings you all the way up to like 86. As I said,
nice.
if Michelle and Mike would get this game, we'd be able like.
Well, Mike has the game. He bought it. He just never plays it.
100 V-Bucks is roughly the equivalent of $1, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle would, even if she paid $20 for it, we'd zip through that. We'd zip through that in no time. She'd make her V-Bucks back because, I mean, she already made the comment she's not going to probably have enough for the season pass anyways. I'll have enough because in like 2 or 3 days, I think 2 or 3 days of logging in, I'm gonna get an extra 800 V-Bucks.
I mean, I've got 5,100 V-Bucks.
I don't even know how much I have, so.
How does she not have she should have more than enough.
She was buying stuff, I guess.
So, but like, you save.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought she had after she bought one of the Star Trek or the Star Wars guys.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I would have made sure I saved so I had it for the next season.
Yeah, especially since she doesn't have Save the World.
I'm assuming they like drop shit. I didn't know. Dang.
Survivor in danger.
Where'd that survivor go?
He's in here.
That's incredible.
Oh.
Saving lives.
Sometimes I just like to box him in.
Oh no, that makes sense. Misfit toys. Zapper hosts. I'm not finding them anywhere.
They're particular. I think they're particular bad guys you have to kill.
wonder if they're even in this map.
They should be.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not that.
Survivor in danger.
Watch out!
That game.
Need help! I'm under attack! Wow!
Can't.
Another one. Life saved.
Where is he? Where is he? There's a med kit.
Check your map for the location of the medkit.
Oh, here it is. Bullshit.
Good save.
Here you go, dude. Bye-bye. What are you doing?
Unlocking the entire map. The lazy way.
Yeah.
Survivor in danger. Survivor in danger.
Storm swarm.
What'd you say?
Survivor in danger.
Is it you that need help, Jill?
No, I was doing a
Ouch.
storm chest.
Oh, we lost one. How did we lose
Survivor
one?
in danger.
I don't know.
Incoming!
Think I could.
One more.
Survivor in danger.
Oh!
Another saved life.
Thanks.
Oh, that's definitely a bummer.
Oh, did we lose another one? What the hell?
Ah, you make it look easy. We will fight on in your memory. We're gonna need a bigger base.
Single zapper guy. I think I might have to do the present thing.
No, it's not. It's not in the present thing because I thought that too. We just must not have been a high enough level.
Alright, I'm not worried about it.
I think the zapper guy is the guy with the crazy, what we used to call his crazy eyes.
No, I fought one of those.
Okay.
Here come the geeks. Hold on here. Got it.
Jill, did you get one?
Oh, I did. Two
Okay.
of them.
Okay. Cool. So it's the guy. It's the cowboys. Those are the zapper guys.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Hello.
There was no melted plug or outlet. This is why I told you I wanted to talk to you when you chose to talk to Jason instead.
Okay, so what's the problem?
This is what happened. A couple days ago, I noticed that my buttons on my coffee pot were stuck, or so I thought they were stuck. Well, when I cleaned the kitchen the other day, I unplugged the toaster to move things around, and when I unplugged the toaster, I must have bumped the outlet because everything beeped, but everything was still on and didn't beep, so I didn't think too much of it other than, yes, the outlet is loose. Whatever, don't fucking touch it. So then today, fucking Gary is up here running the goddamn air fryer and apparently trying to microwave 3 gigantic sweet potatoes in my fucking microwave and blew the fucking fuse to the kitchen 3 times before I finally screamed upstairs. Obviously it's not fucking working. Stop.
But yeah, that's a pretty heavy load to put on,
in my tiny little microwave. Anywho, so I still didn't think much of it other than you're fucking with something, but in the back of my head, the plug was still in my, the other day was still bothering me.
yeah.
Whatever. So I come upstairs, get ready for work, when I finally got back home, and I went to go make my get my coffee ready for tomorrow, and I started fucking with the buttons, trying to get the buttons to pop back out, because it looked like the front cover to my coffee pot had popped off somehow. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like trying to pop it back in, and I finally turned it, and the whole left side of it was fucking melted. So the buttons weren't stuck, the buttons were fucking melted for whatever fucking reason. So there's one of two things that are going on. The plug is bad because you can't hit the test or reset button to reset it. So when he blew the fuse earlier, I don't know what plug blew because he had both the air fryer going on the fucking table and the microwave going on the counter. Those are two separate plugs.
Like 2 different outlets?
Yes. So I don't know what plug blew it to begin with. Was melted. Well, I don't know why the fuck my coffee pot melted. I don't know if it was a bad wire within the coffee pot or if there's something wrong with that plug. So I called my brother and I explained to my brother what was happening, and he's kind of like, it could be a faulty wire in the coffee pot, or go hit the test and reset button on the GFI and see what it does. Does it do anything? But when you push the buttons, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't test or reset. It won't pop back out. So because the plug is loose, and because the reset buttons won't work, Sean said it probably needs replaced. It's not normal that it's not working properly. It was that outlet that blew this afternoon. It should have popped up here, not blew the whole kitchen.
Well, it probably did pop, and then the secondary backup.
Yeah, and maybe that fucked it up. I don't know.
Are you sure Gary didn't just melt your coffee pot with something?
No, it was melted on the inside. You could, when I turned it, you could tell something fucked up on the inside.
I mean, I'm not doubting that there's something wrong with the plug. Are you sure he didn't fucking do something when you weren't looking?
5 minutes left.
I don't think so, because like I said, it looks like it was internally melted. Because whatever went wrong from the inside.
I don't know.
So I was like, can you call me? Because I want to talk to you about this. I didn't want you kept thinking it was the fucking outlet. And the outlet didn't melt.
First, I was saying the plug, like the plug on your coffee pot, because that's what your text said. If you go back and look at it, it said the plug on your coffee pot melted. Or it melted, but I wasn't sure what, it didn't really make any sense.
The outlet, I don't know. I don't know what caused it. That's right. I wasn't really freaking out. It was working this afternoon, but I unplugged everything and moved everything because I don't know what's going on. And the only other thing I will say for that is that the last couple of days that I've like tried to microwave coffee, my coffee's taking forever to microwave. So usually you can pop it in the microwave for 30 seconds to be warm.
You try plugging your microwave in somewhere else and making sure that your microwave still worked as well?
So I moved it. I went to Walmart and I returned the coffee pot for another coffee pot. I bought a completely different brand. I just paid a little bit more. And I bought a surge protector and I moved everything from the kitchen counter to the kitchen table, and it's all plugged in and I'm power strip now.
But I mean, did you test your microwave, make sure it's okay?
I just used it.
Oh, and it heated up just fine?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if it was a faulty microwave that caused the outlet, or if it was the outlet that caused the, or not microwave, the faulty coffee pot, or vice versa.
That's why I said, can you call me, because I want to fucking talk to you about it, because I'm worried about it.
I'm not, it's probably not a big deal. So I had a outlet in my kitchen that had a GFI on it, that it would pop the GFI, and it was also used to pop the breaker. We just had to replace the breaker. I know it's nothing in your fuse box because that's all brand new.
Right.
So it's probably just an old outlet. I mean, that shit happens. But also, if it's loose, there could just be a weird connection, and that could have been, what the problem was.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, it is loose in the wall.
I mean, all that is just tightening it up, though. So, I mean, But obviously, like I said, if you can't repop it, then those things do go bad. So
I don't know what the answer is, but
2
I'm
minutes
going up
before
to
I have
Cleveland
to
on
pull you
Sunday
out.
to go groom their cat.
at your house?
No, I'm going to Sean and Nikki's.
Yeah, but then you have to get... I mean, whatever you want to do. Jason is not going to be available in the times that you're available, so I guess Sean can do it.
Yeah, why is Jason not available on the weekend?
I asked him when he was available, and he was like... the reason he was calling us both is because he thought I was at your house. I was at work. And then when I got off work, I talked to him, and he said he could do it tomorrow when he gets off at tour on his way home, or well, any day this week on his way home, but you're going to be at work. And then he said he couldn't do it this weekend. I don't know, I didn't ask him. Why?
Why can he not wait a fucking hour for me to get home? Why can't he go home and let his damn dog out and then come over?
Because it's on his way home and he doesn't want to come back out.
Well, Jason, I'm just as fucking ornery as you, and I have a dog that will absolutely lose her fucking mind if he walks in here.
She'll be in her cage.
I don't want her getting that stressed out and fucking freaking out. It flares up her pancreatitis.
Whatever, I mean, if you want to do all that with Sean, then do it. Whatever. I'll get you
I
the
just
outlet.
Don't understand why Jason can't
I don't know.
be a little bit
He's
more
doing
agreeable to the fact that I'm not here.
He's doing a favor for me, so I can't really, you know,
Here it
beggars
comes.
can't be
30
choosers.
seconds
He
left.
just said there was a possibility that, you know, he could do it, but over the weekend, but he didn't know, so I just said, fine, fuck it, just have Sean do it then.
Well, and the only day I will be home is Sunday. And I won't even be home Sunday because I gotta go to Cleveland.
Yeah, but you acted like it was like an immediate need, and it kind of is an immediate need, but it's fine.
I mean, that just annoys me just as much as anything else, but you know how I am with my house, and you know how I am with my cats, and you know how I am with my dog.
Right, but
you know I've got the little one that's trying to get out the fucking door every other minute.
I
It's
mean,
not like
dude,
Jason's here. He doesn't know that.
It's not like Jason would come all by himself, and it's not like it would be one of those things where, you know, we'd be going in and out of the fucking house, but whatever. Do whatever you want to do. I don't want to argue with a single fucking person about it. Just do whatever you want to do. I will...
Why are you in such a bad mood today?
I just am. I have no fucking reason. I just am. I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't have it in me. I'm just trying to solve problems, and nobody wants to fucking be agreeable, so there's literally no point.
Like I said, I tried to talk to you about this earlier before
That
it became
has nothing
a whole thing.
That has
It
nothing to
is,
do with
though.
it. You could have told me about it earlier, and we still would have had the same argument whether Jason could do it or not. So, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter. You are being stubborn, and he is being stubborn. So, literally...
I'm only being stubborn in the fact that you can't wait an hour and you live 10 minutes from me.
I mean, that's not... Again, you are being stubborn, and he is being stubborn. So, there's literally puts me in a place where it pisses me the fuck off that I can't do anything about it. Therefore, we can just go to your original plan of having Sean do it. That's why I said, fuck it, have Sean do it. This is too much.
You frustrated yourself more than anything by not talking to me first.
Okay, you could have told me all of this, and I still could have asked Jason after the fact, and Jason still could have told me the exact same information. Therefore, having the conversation before I talk to you or after I talk to you makes absolutely no difference in the realm of this conversation, because you would have told me, okay, here's when I'm available, and I could say, okay, Jason, here's when she's available, and he would say, okay, that doesn't work. So, like, literally, that's what's so fucking frustrating. Do you understand? I'm just trying to take care of the rental property and making sure that everything is taken care of, and I can't, because when I have someone that can do it, you don't want to do it, and then when you have time to do it, the person that I have to do it won't do it. So it's...
Well, there's no way I can leave work early so Jason can come to my
I wasn't asking you to do that.
Because that's the alternative, is that Jason's being a fucking ornery pain in the ass. Roxy needs to go outside and go to the fucking bathroom, I'm sorry. But there's the other side of this. You need to not fucking leave your dog all goddamn day. That's why she's got a fucking raging UTI. That's why she can't get rid of it. Go home and let your dog fucking piss.
Again, though, not something that they can control. So... You think I didn't ask him that? Because I don't get off work till 5. So I was like, well, why don't we just go over there after I get off work?
Okay, look
Well,
into
no, I
the
talked
llama.
about, I said, well, I guess I could see if I could leave early if that worked.
So that's what I made up. Yeah. Whoa.
I mean, again, that goes to the people.
To the mine. Oh, stop you. Prizes.
Then you're gonna have to take him back.
I want to take it back, but it's on my fucking schedule. I don't care if Jason does it. I just want to be here. And he doesn't even want to fucking hear it. Hello? I just want to be in my house. God forbid if something fucking happens. I want to be here.
Sorry, I'm going round and round right now.
I deserve that much, and I have 3 cats
still there?
and a fucking dog that's
I'm
gonna lose
listening.
their mind. I have an issue. She legitimately has an issue now.
I understand that. I understand all of the situation. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. Being the person that's trying to facilitate the whole thing so that nobody has to go out of their fucking way. But it's
I
fine.
wasn't trying to stress you.
And again, like I said,
Yeah, this whole thing.
I know you already told me that. I was just trying to save you the fucking trouble, Warren. I was trying to save you the fucking trouble. That's all I'm trying to say. I didn't want you to have to do that on Sunday. That's it. But again, nobody wants to be agreeable, so if I could give up, go back to your original plan.
How much more real like this? It's not this fine fucking hour for me. I'm not being any more difficult. I fucking am about that. And then I walk in the fucking door. I will make sure I'm off at 5. Just let me get home. Why is he being like that?
I don't know. You know how he is.
And he wants to fucking call me at work, and then he doesn't want to fucking respond to me. But it's the only
He didn't respond to me either when I texted him.
Jason, you can't offer to fucking help people and then only do it on your terms.
I mean, it was a favor. So again, I can't expect everybody to drop what they're doing to do a favor. I know I do that for people, but it's unrealistic to expect that of other people. So
I do favors as well. Can you please come an hour before?
I mean, again,
I'm doing them a favor by going over there twice a fucking week to do Max's leave and try to convince fucking Bob to put Blondie down. And doing somebody a fucking favor, yes, holds on my schedule, but also on their schedule. I'm
you're
not that fucking unagreeable of a person.
You are
I can't fucking understand it.
preaching to the fucking choir. I asked him if and then told me it had to be on his terms. Again, that's again what happens when you ask people to do a favor for you. So
I mean, no, it's not really, dude. Come on, Jillian. I'm an ornery fucking
you
person.
have
I'm not
unrealistic
that goddamn ornery.
you have unrealistic expectations for people then, because I just don't expect anybody to drop what they're doing to do me a favor. I just don't.
And I'm not asking anybody to drop anything to do anybody a favor.
You didn't ask anybody. You didn't ask him. I did.
I know, and that's the thing, is that I didn't fucking ask anybody for any help. It was literally, I was just calling you to tell you what fucking happened, giving you the courtesy to say, hey, I'm going to get my brother and I'm fixing fucking outlet in your house. Like, that's all it was.
I was just trying to have it done before Sunday because I know you're a fucking freak about electrical shit. That was the reason I said. That's why I said I can ask Jason to do it, and maybe he can do it tomorrow. Well, I was thinking tomorrow, and then that's why he called earlier. So
And where is he gonna fucking, I mean,
he's not gonna be there by himself. I would be there. I'm not sure where you're, like, why you're, like, thinking that he'd just go over your house all by himself.
My point is that somebody's gotta go get the outlet. Somebody's gotta meet him here. He doesn't have a key to my house.
I do. I do.
Yes, you do, but you have to get off of yours. By the time everybody fucking gets here, you could have just waited 15, 20, maybe a half hour for me to actually walk in my door. And yes, if I fucking see Jason, I'm gonna let him have it about it. Because yes, it would be much more convenient to have somebody do it out here. Kevin, don't be a fucking selfish asshole about it. Fucking take into consideration that it's not just me here.
I will talk to him, but it's also, again, it's a favor. I don't consider it being a selfish asshole when it's a favor, because he could have literally fucking told me no!
Well, I guess I am a better fucking person because I will just fucking, okay, that works for you, that's what I'll do.
That's what I try to do.
I gotta go get Kimmy Thursday. I have to drive home, deal with these guys, drive all the way to fucking Seoul, and then drive all the way to fucking Columbus because I'm picking Kimmy up. But again, I can be a fucking asshole for that. That's not on my fucking schedule. It would make more sense if for her to fucking drive here and then drive south.
Does Gary work on Saturday?
I have no idea.
Because I could see if he'd do it on Saturday. I mean, I don't know if he said he wasn't free, but I could see if I could talk him into Saturday. But I know you wanted to be there, but at least if Gary's there, somebody's there. And then it's done. Who's gonna be in our cage?
She's gonna lose her mind. I don't think you know how Gretchen acts when somebody walks in this house and she doesn't know.
I hear her, I know.
And me not being here, and a bunch of people in the house is gonna stress her the fuck out. Then I'm the one that's gonna deal with vomiting the diarrhea, and then running her to work, and then not sleeping. Because my dog's been up vomiting in my bed all night.
I will honestly know if you can do it after.
And I am only home tomorrow. That's it.
Yes, I know, and I told him that. Because he asked me why you were gone, and I told him, so I'll ask him tomorrow. If he says no, I'm just gonna fucking drop it. Because again, he has his own life, he has his own things to do, I can't expect him to drop everything to do me a fucking favor.
And it's like I said, it's not a hugely immediate thing that is done. The reason I said I would do it Sunday is going up there anyway.
Okay. Well,
so if it needs to wait until next week, when Jason can sit down and consider the fact that there are other things that need to be thought about here. I do give two shits about my fucking animals. And can manage to come over
again,
when I'm actually home, it would be greatly appreciated.
I will ask him if someone doing a favor, I literally can't. If he says no, he says
I guess I do better favors because
I mean, so do I, Lauren, but again, you can't if you expect people to do what you do, you're just gonna be disappointed. All I'm trying to say.
That's why I'm exhausted from my fucking drink. I go fucking above and beyond.
Yeah, so it's all good. I will ask him and see what he says.
I still wish you would have just called me. Because none of this would have even happened. Because I would have told you because it wasn't a huge fucking deal.
No, I still would have asked him to do it. It would have been the same exact scenario. We're gonna go around again, and I'm gonna tell you, I would have done the exact same thing, just in a different order. This would have been the exact same conversation, whether I would have talked to you or not. But when the first time you called me, I couldn't answer the phone. I was working the front desk at work. And then the second time, when you asked me to call, Jason was on a rant about his day and was telling me about how he was crying at work and on this like full blown. I'm not gonna be like, Jason, I gotta let you go. It wasn't like an emergency. So that's why I figured I would talk to you when you get home. I'm not gonna be rude.
Everybody was already frustrated.
But regardless, I'm not gonna hang up the phone. It wasn't like, not like you called me like my house is on fire, you know.
Nothing is plugged into it. But my only concern is Gary. He don't fucking listen.
It'll be fine. It'll just keep popping the breaker. It's fine.
Shit, I
Just tell her to put electrical tape over it so he can't use it.
Because it's not properly working. And I already told him, do not fucking use that plug.
Literally kill me.
Yeah, just tell her to put electrical tape over it.
3 weeks left of his fucking nonsense, and I am over it.
I took my headphone
Who
off of that
fucking
thing.
put?
Jill, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Just tell her to put electrical tape over it.
You could just, if you don't want him to use it, just put some electrical tape over top of it so he can't use it.
I already got to told him, don't touch it. Don't touch the plug. It melted my coffee pot. Don't fucking touch it.
Okay.
So that doesn't mean that he's not gonna go plugging fucking air fryers into a power strip off of a plug that's not meant for those type of appliances.
I mean, an air fryer's like not, it's not like it's like a blender or a microwave. It doesn't have that much draw. A microwave has far more than a little...
Coffee maker has the worst.
And like, yeah, coffee makers are probably have the most draw because they've got the clock and the timer and all of that stuff. So a coffee maker and a microwave at the same time, or an air fryer, whatever, is pretty normal.
My coffee pot wasn't actively doing anything. It was just...
Yeah, so, but when you leave a, like, any coffee maker that has like a clock on it, they still draw power.
Drawing power, but it's only, I believe, drawing the most power.
Yeah.
Especially when you have it on a super high setting, like baked potato, where it's cranking up.
Oh. Baked potato. Yeah, this is a baked potato setting on your microwave.
Yeah, that's a baked potato.
Yeah.
Yeah. The baked potato is much more pizza. Beverage, there's frozen dinner, there's reheat, there's clock, timer, kitchen, time defrost, wait defrost. I only use 30 seconds and the actual minute and start.
No, I don't use any of that shit on mine either, even the popcorn button. Alright, hold on, let you go, because I'm gonna go to bed, so.
I'm going to bed right now.
Alright, I'll let you know what he says tomorrow.
Okay, and I'm sorry, I wish none of this would have been as frustrating as it was, because it's not.
It's fine. It's fine. It's literally not the end of the world. I'm over it.
I was even gonna pay for the plug if you're not paid for it.
No, I will buy a fucking new plug if it needs a new fucking plug. It's not a big deal. I have one. I have 2 of them. I just don't know where they are, so I'm just gonna go buy another one.
GameNite plugs.
I told you my dad is a forger. I'm not sure how many times I have to tell you that. Also, I bought one to replace, and I never did it. So I have one. I have 2, but I'm just gonna buy one. It's like not the end of the world. I literally buy one tomorrow. And then whether or not Jason does it, it will be at your fucking house.
Okay.
So.
I'm sorry that you all.
It's fine. I'm sorry.
It's not fine.
It's fine. It's literally, it's fucking over. I literally don't fucking care anymore. Having this conversation again is like, it's fine. Not a big deal. Do not worry about it. I'm sorry for being a bitch, but I was fucking frustrated. So, alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Alright, good night.
Right.
Bye. Wow, she fucking apologized to me like 3 times. Did you hear that? I should have recorded it. Jesus.
She's insatiable. She
Uh-huh.
I do everyone favors. Well, not in this scenario, you're not, but okay.
Right. I'm very flexible, but you can't come over when I'm not home.
and he needs to do, he should be doing me a favor because I'm doing other random people favors.
That he has no idea who they are. I know, I was literally laughing, that's why I muted it. I didn't have my headphone in for like part of the conversation, and because I felt bad because I didn't want to talk like right in your ear, and but then I kept muting it. Oh my god! And I told her, like, she's just like, I wish you would have called me first. And I'm like, I'm trying to explain to you that like the way everything that I did would have been the exact same thing whether I talked to you first or I talked to you later. but when you send me a text and tell me, I'm gonna read this to you, and she kind of shut up when I said that. I was like, your text said that it melted. No, I didn't. Yeah, it did. Her text said, oh, it says my coffee maker is melted.
Whatever, still. That's
Well, no, this is what she said. This is what she said. I'll call you later. I work till 8. I think there's something going on with the plug in the kitchen. My coffee maker is melted. So my assumption was that the coffee maker plug melted in the outlet. That's just what I thought of. Whatever. I also don't know that the outlet had anything to do with it, but I will just replace it so she'll shut up. Although, why won't the thing reset? That's a concern. But it's probably just gunky.
No, what probably happened, I'll just be honest, like, if it popped a breaker past a GFI, then, that could have been a faulty coffee maker.
Yeah, she just got it in December, so...
Yeah, and it just probably just all of a sudden went bad. Or, I don't know if you guys got struck by lightning or anything, in the last couple days.
No, we haven't had any lightning.
Okay.
I mean, she literally leaves the thing plugged in. I mean, I guess I have my Keurig plugged in to an extension cord plugged into the wall.
All that matters is if the burner's on or not. If the burner's on, then that's really bad. If the burner's not on, it's not a big deal.
Oh, my Keurig doesn't have a burner. It literally just heats up water.
Yes.
You know?
No,
I don't know. That was a very frustrating conversation.
Yeah, I mean... And, a microwave, it doesn't matter the setting that the microwave's on. It doesn't make it... It's the length of time the microwave's being used.
Well, she was saying that she used her microwave. You heard her say that.
Yeah.
And it did heat her coffee up. I'm like, are you sure there's not something wrong with your microwave? She just blame it on Gary's damn little air fryer. That air fryer is, like, tiny. I saw it. I'm like, dude, the air fryer didn't do it. It literally just gets warm. It's just air.
The coffee maker is most likely it, or the GFI went bad. And that's possible. They do go bad.
Well, yeah, and, I mean, when you got all these appliances plugged in, but it popped both the breakers in the kitchen. But he had the microwave on, and then the coffee pot was plugged in, and then the air fryer was plugged in.
Yeah, that's...
So, I mean, we had to replace the one in my kitchen because the GFI would pop and the breaker would pop, and then once Dad replaced it, it was fine.
Yeah.
And that's what I told, and this was years ago, and I told her, I'm like, well, I don't think it's in the breaker box, because that's all brand new.
Well, a GFI can only it can only pop so many times before it doesn't work anymore. It's designed. That's something, because the idea is if it pops so many times, it weakens its ability. So, like, you can reset it. It's just physically popping from electric is the problem. So, like, if you push it off and turn it back on, you push it on, turn it back off, that's fine. It's actually it physically popping because... So...
Well, yeah, it was just funny. She's like, why do you have a GFI laying around? I'm like, I've told you 3 times already, because my dad keeps everything. But, I know I have some.
My response to that is, because we have rental property.
Well, yeah, exactly. Because I told her I had a pack of plugs, and she's like, this is the GFI plug. I'm like, oh, well, I have a GFI plug. Why do you have that? Because I have rental properties? I don't know, because I just have it? I mean, she was like, I was even gonna pay for it. Bitch, no you weren't. You fucking asked me. You were not gonna pay for it, or else you wouldn't even have told me you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's funny. She's a funny girl.
She's a very hard person to argue with. I just don't understand. I go and give this person sub-Q fluids, and if they wanted me to come later, like, what the fuck does that have to do with me asking Jason to do electrical work?
I have to drive all the way to Seoul and then all the way to Columbus for some person that you don't know who they are, and that's how much of a favor I'm doing for them.
Well, then she told me, I have to go pick up Kimmy, and Kimmy lives in Stowe, and then we have to drive to Columbus, and that's out of my way, and should I have to go do that? I'm just like, oh my god, I don't care.
Who's Kimmy?
She's going to on Friday, she's going to Columbus for it's her coworker, for a vet conference.
Okay, so, and her coworker fixes electrical plugs or pays rent?
And I was like, well, and that's what I wanted to say to her earlier, like, dude, you don't live here. Like, you don't get to make those choices. And she's like, well, if you would have called me, I would have told you it was all figured out. I'm like, I figured by you texting me and telling me your brother was going to do it, that it was all figured out. But I thought I was doing you a favor, so you didn't have to drive to Cleveland, and then home, and then back to Cleveland again to take your brother home. I'm not sure how that makes me an asshole by saying, oh, I'll just have somebody else do it. And then I heard the whole pancreatitis shit with her dog. Bitch, shut up. Your dog will be in the cage. We can shut the door. Like, that is such a I mean, what if my cat gets out? Dude, I've been to your house 100 times. Your cat's not gonna go out. What's Jason gonna do? Open the door? Open the side door and leave it open? Yeah, there you go. Fine. Just so frustrated. I was so pissed off earlier. That's even why I had 2 glasses of wine, because she was just like arguing tooth and nail. I want to be home. Okay. Well, then he can't do it tomorrow. He needs to go let his dog out. She has to pee. That's why his dog has UTIs. Dude, that's none of my business what he does. It freaking blows my mind that she just expects. Did you hear me tell her? I'm like, you have to stop expecting that people are going to drop everything to do favors for you. I'm like, I know I do that. I'm like, but I don't expect people to do that for me.
But she does it for everyone.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah. All the time. So much so that tomorrow she can't let you guys do your job.
Yeah, because tomorrow, and then she's like, then I'd have to leave work early, and I'm not leaving work early, and you're gonna have to leave work early. Dude, I'm a salaried employee, I can leave work early. It's not a big deal. I just think Jason wanted to do it on his way home, and then he could just mosey on home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that unreasonable. It's like, I'm not paying him to do it. I mean, I offered to, but honestly, just because she made a big deal, I'm just gonna make her go get her brother and do it. Well, if you would've let me do it when it was convenient for me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. She's inconsolable sometimes, I'm telling ya. She just gave me like 101 reasons why, like, what's she gonna do when she lives by herself and like something has to be done at her house and places don't work after hours? And that's why I thought, oh well, if Gary's home, I still want to be home. Okay, well you trust him with your animals all weekend.
So aren't they moving out sometime?
Gary is. Lauren's not. No, Gary is.
Oh.
Gary's moving out potentially the 15th of March. Well, that was a whole nother thing. She said that people don't move out midway through the month. People only move into apartments and houses at the beginning of the month, and he's a complete asshole for doing that. Even though he was willing to pay more than half of his portion of rent, more than half of rent, which, like, I mean, he really only had to pay $175, but he was going to pay $250, but then she pissed him off, so he's not going to pay that, which he doesn't have to. And, well, the mom will say he does, but I was trying to explain to her that when 2 people live somewhere and they're splitting the rent, that if one of them is moving out, they only are responsible for their portion of their many, like, how many days they're there. And she's like, no, I rented it to 2 people, and I'm like, their lease is up, therefore it goes month to month. I was like,
yeah, well,
we got into a big not an argument, but a debate about it.
Mom got mad at me when I said that we were talking about rental property, and I know a lot of people that have rental now. A lot of my friends do, in a lot of different areas. And I was looking back on some of our rentals, and we would have been borderline considered slumlords. With the way we rent. Like today's rental thing is a lot of times they'll provide appliances. That's just
it depends.
No,
some
it's just
it's
just commonplace. Okay, it's commonplace.
Most of the time, yeah.
Okay. Now if that washer or dryer breaks or something, that's a different story. Like while they're there, you don't go and buy them a brand new one or anything like that. But And then I also, we talked about other things, and I said, and I made a comment. I was like, in today's terms, I said the way you guys did rentals, you guys would be a lot of people would consider you borderline slumlords. And Mom's like, we were great. We bend over backward. Blah. And I'm just like, Mom, I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm just saying that's well, they don't know anything about rental. And I'm like, no, the people I'm talking about have been doing it for about 10 years now. And that's just, I'm just kind of telling you that times are a little different now, and renters expect something different than what you guys were used to offering. So.
Well, yeah, that's why there's something, Lauren wants to do a bunch of work around the house, and I told her, I said, I just want you to be clear, you didn't pay your security deposit, so my mom's not going to jump to give you money to fix stuff. But then, of course, she's like, well, I drove to Cleveland. This is where this whole, if she wouldn't have said this to me the other night, I wouldn't even have thought twice about her brother coming. She said, well, I drove to Cleveland, and it was like a 3-hour, an hour there, an hour back, and then an hour there and an hour, I guess 4 hours. She's like, I spent 4 hours just doing that just to have the light fixed. And I'm like, you didn't have to do that. And so I didn't want to hear it again, so I said, well, I'll find somebody here to do it.
Well, that doesn't, it doesn't matter if you flew somebody from China. Should we, offset the $2,000 price ticket to fly somebody from another country? That's not.
Well, and the thing is that the light is a luxury. It's actually not a something that has the outside light has any functionality of the house whatsoever. And it actually was still working. It just wouldn't shut off. The bizarre thing was that the light where the light bulb was, it was all melted. The light bulb was there, but where the cover was, it was all melted. But it was one of those lights that you can't replace the light bulbs. So if it goes bad, you have to throw the whole thing away anyways.
That's weird.
But regardless, that wasn't something that I necessarily had to spend $70 on. It was the outside light. It's not like it's the toilet or the shower or,
an outlet.
And again, though, the outlet, that's debatable. Whether that was something they did or not. But again, Mom was like, oh, those GFIs are $20. I'm like, I don't think so. Maybe an outside one is.
Okay, but again, even if they are, it doesn't matter. It should be fixed properly.
Well, yeah, and that's why I was just gonna fix it.
That's where sometimes I fall into the category of Mom's being a slumlord.
Yeah. But you also have to understand that there are people that you cut them a break. They don't have to pay their rent on time and stuff. You can't expect somebody to drop what they're doing and fix an outlet that week.
No, and that's,
you know what I mean?
No. Again, though, that's what I'm not necessarily saying where Mom says, oh, those outlets are expensive. Okay, they're expensive, so it might take a week or two to get the right one ordered and put in. That's fine, but this is where me and Mom come.
$17.
Well, this is where me and Mom, actually me, Mom, and me and Mom and Dad have arguments all the time, is they jerry-rig something, and I'm just like, why don't we fix it right the first time? Well, it's going to be, $20 more expensive. Okay. That means we don't have to fix it again. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not all
love
about half-assing stuff.
Well,
but then especially with the rental property, you gotta go back and do it again.
Well, I don't see. It's funny. I've noticed this with Mom and Dad in the last, especially with them talking about redoing the bathroom upstairs. I'm just like, why don't we just do it right the way we talked about doing it? And they're just like, no, we're just gonna Dad was just gonna, after he broke the toilet, he was just gonna cut out some of the wood and just place another board in there and call it good. And I'm like,
I thought that was just so they had a toilet.
No, because he said we'll worry about fixing the bathroom at another time. And I'm like, well, no, the whole thing needs to be replaced. And anyways, no, it's just funny. Ever since Green and they lost their house and they lived in that where everything was kind of chaotic for a while. I don't know. You don't get to see it, Joe, but there is times that like mom and dad's room and the hallway upstairs, and like mom just tears up everything, and it's like walking through like walls of garbage upstairs, and I have
she'll tell me.
And
I moved garbage from one place to the other, and I made a huge mess.
Well, and I'm just like, but, and then she'll be like, well, I'm just tired, and I'm just like, but why did you do it? Like, I don't understand the why. Like, because she'll say, like, oh, well, we need to get this project done. And I'm like, okay, cool, let's get this project done. Like, she gets mad at me all the time. She's like, okay, we need to get this project done. And I was like, great, let's get this project done. And so, like I would help her, like, I helped her start a project about 2 weeks ago. She wanted to move something. So we went and I started the project, and it hit a snag, so we had to stop, okay, because of what we didn't have something we needed. I wake up the next day and mom started a completely different project, and she's just like, I wanted to do this one instead. And she's like, well, I need your help doing this. And I was like, I said I had my plan was to work on this project because we got the other pieces and parts. Well, I'm not doing that right now. And I'm like, then, I mean, I just told you the other day, I'm not helping you then. I'm not helping you until we get back to this project. I said, because you are bouncing all over the place and nothing is getting done. Because, like, you know, if you ask her, like I told her this year, I was like, okay, what is priority? And she's like, well, we need to get the attic clean. I said, okay, so that's priority. And she goes, we need to get the house painted. I said, okay, fine, we got 2 priorities. I said, well, we need to get the new driveway in, and we need to build my building out back, and we need to put that walkway in, and we need to get gravel for the thing, and Dad needs to go out and put electric in the building. I'm like, all of that's not gonna happen. She's like, yes, it is. And I was like, no, I'm telling you right now, it's not all gonna happen. I said, so which one's important? And then you prioritize and you get them done and you check them off a list. I don't work like that.
Well, you got the house is painted, right?
It just needs some trim. There needs to be some trim.
Oh,
it's not a big deal. It's
She said she got the attic cleaned, right?
The attic's not bad. She was doing really, really good. She was doing really good. She was bringing all the same kind of box. She went and bought all the same kind of boxes. She was labeling everything. We were stacking everything in one particular spot, and then she got bored of it and just started throwing shit up there again. And I'm just like, why? Like,
because she's a Gemini.
I'm like, you had 90% of it done. It was starting to look nice. It was starting to look organized. And then you just started throwing shit up there again. And just haphazardly throw.
I
like,
can't say anything.
Well, she's like, well, we needed to get the Buchanan. We needed to get the travel room clean. It was bothering me. But now and then I told her, and she's like, it's not a big deal. She goes, I brought the boxes down. I can bring them back up. And I'm like, no, I actually brought the boxes down, and I'm the one that you called and told me to put them back up in the attic. I said, so here's the fundamental issue here: is it's not that you know, that you're doing this. It's you're having us do this when I could be using that time to do something else. Where if you just would have left this in the Buchanan suite when you got it all organized, voila, we're done.
Yeah, she probably just didn't want to see it anymore, so she threw it up back in the attic.
No, that's exactly what happened.
I can't say I do that sometimes, but I also don't have 30 years of hoarding shit, so. I
know, but it's you are probably moving the boxes back into the attic and back down. You're not having other people do it for you. And
I also don't take everything downstairs. I like to organize it up there. Mom likes to take everything and put it in another room so it's empty and start all over, and I can't do that.
I can't do that. I can't.
I think that's just the way she operates, but I cannot do that.
Mom will mess up 4 rooms just to make one room look clean.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
She got that from her mother. Well, you should have seen it when we went through Grandma's house, me, her, and Lisa. Lisa and I were taking everything downstairs. No, all the rooms were empty. So we're taking everything downstairs and we're putting, we had a keep room, a get rid of room, and then a go-through room. And the go-through room was at the bottom of the steps in the room where the attic was.
Yeah.
And literally, I threw a pile of clothes down on the floor, like from the attic, because I didn't want to walk all the way up and down the stairs, because you can't really walk up and down them, you know, appropriately. And then Mom was off talking to Rosie or something, and Lisa and I just threw them all on the floor, and we were trying to get some stuff downstairs, and then like, and that room was a disaster, but that was the go-through room.
Yeah.
Mom starts just ripping shit out of boxes and I'm like, no, take it in the other room. And so it ended up, that one room was like a freaking disaster. And then I'll never forget when Mom yelled at me over the freaking prosthetic boobs that I remember you guys, or Lisa or somebody told me, she was like, I don't know why I kept these. And I'm like, we got in a freaking fight over those. And I don't know why I kept these. Oh, I can't. That's why a lot of the stuff she doesn't know that I got rid of.
Yeah.
She has no idea what I got rid of. And honestly, there's specific things that I know she's looking for, so I won't get rid of those, but the books that I got rid of, it's like, you can find them at Goodwill. I mean, I kept a few things, but like, that are worth something, but as far as the rest of them, you can buy them online. That copy of that book was not sentimental. You can buy it somewhere else if you really want it. So.
Yeah.
The boxes of books that they brought, and I'm just like, oh, Lisa and I loaded up. Goodwill, and that was just from here. Not to mention the freaking 12 boxes in my basement of stuff that, you know, I've taken a few things out of it and gone through them, but it's just like a bunch of garbage.
Oh, I told you the latest thing that mom liked doing is when she was finding boxes in the attic, there was something in it she thought could be mine, and it's my box.
She does that with my, this is yours. I'm like, that's not mine. Yes it is. Nope, it's not.
She gave me this box. She's like, well, here's this box, and I'm like, I never had exercise tapes. I'm like, she's like, yes you did. I was like, why would I have an exercise tape? Like, and she's like, well no, this is totally your box. And I'm like, when did I need Akron, Ohio, real estate classes? Like, I never wanted to take Akron, real estate classes. She's like, no, this is totally your box. And I'm like, Windows 95 for Dummies. She goes, see, that's exactly yours. I said, I would never buy a Windows 95 for Dummies book.
I would just say, okay, this is mine. I don't want it. Let's get rid of it.
So, I just put it all, I organized it all. I'm like, I've gone through everything. I don't know what any of this stuff is. It's not mine. She's like, well, it's not mine. I was like, then it can go away.
Yeah, then you can get rid of it if it's not hers. Well, the whole crawl space to the right, well, past like the first probably set of 3 boxes, like past that is all of Mom and Dad's shit. It's not like a lot, it's all small, like flat rate boxes, but it's just like all a bunch of shit. And she claims that there's stuff in there, and I'm like, why did you shove all your stuff in that back corner then when we organized this? If it was stuff that you thought that you were gonna need, why did you decide that it needed to go back there?
Well, I keep telling them, like, why don't we just have, like, we'll set up some tables, we can just have a nice yard sale outside. Like, just set it out by the road. We don't got time to have a yard sale. I'm like, what do we not have time to have a yard sale? Well, what if no one buys anything? Then sell everything for a fucking $1. You want it? $1.
Don't need it to the thrift store. Get rid of it.
$1. You want this whole tote? $1.
Fill up a trash bag for $5. Whatever you want.
Yep. Here's a box. $5.
I had a bunch of stuff out that I was gonna do a yard sale with, and then it ended up getting like wet and dry, and I threw it all away.
Mm-hmm.
I hate doing that because it's gonna go in a landfill, but I threw it all away. I can't with it. It's just, there's too much. I mean, my basement had like nothing in it, and then I got rid of all of the stupid cans of paint. And I mean, there is the one back room that's filled with garbage. That's like, some of it's my stuff, some of it's like shit that we got left here that needs to be cleaned out. But like, there's nothing down there, like rooming stuff. And then there's a bunch of crates under the stairs. I threw away most of the paint because one day my whole house smelled like spray paint, and I realized one of the cans randomly exploded. So I did what I wasn't supposed to do, and I threw probably 10 crates. I didn't throw the crates away, but 10 things of spray paint in the trash. And I was like, why are we saving old spray paint? So it went away. And in the garage, that's a whole other fucking story.
Yeah, and
She's very touchy when I talk about it. She gets real pissed off.
Jill, I have 2 totes. I have 2 totes in the garage, okay? The normal size totes, and then I have 6 feet of where I have the like the 10 toilets stacked. Okay, it takes up 6 feet long. So I have 2 totes and 6 feet in the building. Okay? Mom's like, you take up so much room in that building. She's like, she goes, we're gonna have to figure out something else to do with all that stuff.
She told me that the other day, and I said, Mom, where the hell do you expect him to put his shit? I said that to her the one day, and she goes, he has a blah blah blah. And I said, Mom, you have a freaking, I don't know how many square foot building that is. I was like, but you have a giant building. He lives there. He should get his own space. And she'll say stuff about how tight your living quarters are and shit, and I'm like, well, maybe if they had another room, like the room off the kitchen. I say it all the time. Because I didn't realize that, like, she took that from you and,
Okay,
like,
so
insisted that you couldn't have it.
So that their building is 2,000 square feet.
Okay, I was gonna say 1,000.
No,
feet,
so,
okay.
And right now we can't park a car in it.
Oh my god. It needs an upstairs. It needs a loft. That would save so much trouble.
Well, did you ever see what I'm gonna build?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find it.
But, like, if they put a loft up there, like, on the back part, they could, like, or not even a loft, but, like, you know how my garage has boards and there's shit there? Ow! If they did that, I mean, they could put a bunch of shit, but they also need half that shit. I tell that all the time. I'm like, garbage, throw it away. Now!
Or at least sell it.
I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm just not gonna say anything about it anymore. It's gonna be there until they die, and it's fine. It's fine. I've come to terms with it. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I still laughed because I can't wait till John Oles comes next. Because John Oles, when we were moving all the stuff in the building, he's like, I'm gonna come back here in 3 years, and this stuff's still gonna be here. And I was like, oh yeah. I said it'll be moved 4 or 5 times, but it'll still be here.
Well, she says, oh, people get in here and they just junk it all up, and I'm like, well, maybe if you could get to everything, you can't stack stuff away and then decide you need to get to it, and then you make a mess because you don't feel like putting it back. That's
we
what
had
I
it
do.
all organized, and she decided she didn't like the way it was set up, and so she rearranged all of everything in there.
I mean, none of that should be surprising. That's literally what she did all the time, always rearranging everything. I just have gotten to a point where I've gotten rid of so much crap. I don't really have, I mean, I have a bunch, but I don't have a bunch of shit. And I'm just gonna keep getting rid of more and more shit.
Well,
and I'm gonna get rid of her shit. And sometimes when you catch her on a good day, she'll be like, get rid of it. If I don't know about it, it's fine. So I do it, and I don't tell her.
No, I get it.
I never tell her. I did tell her I got rid of some books, but I was like, none of them were important. I was like, they were mine anyways. At least that's what I tell her. It's my stuff. I hope you didn't get rid of anything of mine. Nope, it's all mine.
Okay, for some reason it's not letting me. I'll send.
No, let me talk.
If you just I'll have to send you another picture. It's called a monitor. It's called a monitor barn. That's what I'm gonna build. So.
You got plenty of space to build something like the whole hayfield behind
No. So hold on. So I had a perfect place I wanted to build the building. Okay, I wanted to build it just on the other side of the pine trees, right there in the corner, like where Sylvia's pen used to be. Okay.
Okay.
I'm planning on building a really nice barn. Like I want it to look, because it's gonna be something that I have to have pictures of, and it's gonna be like the headquarters for the Mavis Institute is this barn. So it has to look nice. It can't look shabby. So you'll see some of the pictures that I'm showing you, and I've already talked to people on how to make the outside look nicer than it actually is. Well, anyway, so I went out there, I measured it, figured out where I wanted to go, and so I was up there, and Mom's goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I think this is where I'm gonna put the building." She goes, "You can't put the building here. I won't be able to see the mountain if you put the building here." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Then I guess I'll go back and put the building back on the other side of Piper's pasture, up on that hillside." She goes, I don't want the building up there. Like,
well then, I would just, where can I put it? That's what I would say. Where can I put it?
well, because
I just think that where their building is, you could put a driveway in, and you could go straight back. I know that's the hayfield.
no, Jill.
But like, that's the perfect flat spot to put a barn.
No. Now go straight behind their building. Follow the pine trees all the way up to where you get to the gravel road. Okay? Just straight up there. I was gonna put it right by the pine trees, right off the gravel road, so that you could take the gravel road to it.
Yeah, that would make sense. I just think another road. I always thought it would be nice to put like I said, a house kind of behind the building. Like you could put a pretty decent sized house there. I mean, those lots are. That's probably like.
It's 7 acres. That field's 7 acres.
I was gonna say that's probably like. Okay, that's probably like 14 city lots. They're all, let's just say they're all a half, like the whole, I think they're a 1/4 acre, but still, let's just say that each lot's a 1/2 acre. That's,
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably 30, the field is probably 32 city lots and the roads.
That's crazy. But you could put, I mean, you could put a couple of houses right there and have like a little cul-de-sac. Okay,
just to give you perspective, from the building to the pond, okay, from my parents' building to the pond is the same distance of your house to Michelle's house.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. I think I would like a house that's on a flat land. That's like the perfect place to put like a modular, or not a double wide.
But the other thing is I'm not even super worried about flat land, because you can rent pieces of equipment for not super expensive to level off land. It's not super bad. Anyways, it's just funny. It's just every time, and then Mom, you've heard Mom's garage that she wants to build right behind the house. So they have a garage.
No, I didn't know what do they need a garage for?
So they have a place to park their car.
Why don't they just build a like a carport?
That's what I keep telling them.
They could build a carport and put like barn doors on it.
Yep, that's what I said. And then if you don't like where it is, you can always move it.
Well, I was thinking a carport right where all the cars are parked. Just do like a pergola. Like make it like a pergola style where the boards go up, and then you just put like a little tin roof on it, and then you can secure some barn doors to shut it.
I made that comment too. It's too far away from the house in the winter. Like they go anywhere.
So is the backyard.
Well, I know. Well, what I tried to explain to him with the backyard is now someone has to plow the entire road. If it's that bad to go outside, then someone has to plow the road.
I mean, I think it'd be too expensive, but I think they should flatten out the area going up to the house, level it out, like add dirt.
I think there's a lot of stuff they could do, but they're not going to, so.
I mean, if you leveled out so that those steps weren't there, right? And it was flat from like the bottom of your steps out. That's not that far to walk if you're not going uphill, right?
I don't think it is, but they're gonna say it is.
I mean, realistically, I don't know how that would work with the way the house sits, but like, yeah, you could level all of that out so it's raised, and then you'd still go down a hill to get out, but like they could actually park their cars like where the steps are. I made that statement
too. We could put a single parking spot all the way up there. All the way up to
or they could just make the driveway, they could get rid of that and then make the driveway on the other side of the house. Like where you park, when you're bringing in groceries, just make that a driveway. Right? And then put a carport there. Where the garden is, and put the garden over on the other side. I mean, you got 33 fucking acres. You can put a garden anywhere. I mean, in all reality.
But oh, sorry, I forgot the other chore that we have. The other priority is to build another deck.
Where?
Oh, off the steps of that next one. Another tier.
Oh.
Because Mom wants another tier on that deck now.
Well, why? You might as well just build a deck around the back of the house and put a door in somewhere. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Have it go back behind the house and the window in that room in the window in that room in the kitchen, make that a sliding glass door. And then add a porch. And then just keep going all the way around. And you can deck around the entire house. That'd be cool. I don't know what the purpose of it, but it'd be cool. It's stupid. It'd still be cool. I bet you'd be the only Victorian house that has a completely wrapped around porch.
There might be another one, but yes, it wouldn't be very common. Yes, it wouldn't be very common.
I mean, I think they should probably get their bathroom fixed before anything. Thank God there's all those toilets there. Because I don't think I could handle not having a toilet in there.
I mean, you know, hey, I'm just happy that this year we actually have heat, because, you know, remember all last year we didn't have a furnace downstairs, so...
You know, and it's crazy, it's not near as cold this year, so...
No.
Not funny.
It is funny. We've had a couple really cold days, so...
I think we had like 3 days where it was cold here, and it was just like last week. But besides that, it's been eerily warm. I was just saying that today. I'm like, we have had the most bizarre winter.
What's really funny is, you know, so a lot of people are talking about, like, a lot of people are upset with Noah right now because Noah said that it was the warmest January that we've ever had on record, and there's a bunch of people saying that that's absolutely not true. And they're saying that they can totally tell that Noah is set up in the northeast, is in the northeast of the United States, because this has been like the coldest California and the coldest Texas and the coldest, like, all throughout the deep south. This is the coldest that they've ever seen.
Yeah, it was cold in Florida for a while.
Well, and so people who were talking about Noah, they're just like, okay, come on, Noah, you said it's the warmest, and they're just like, well, there's been record-breaking heat waves throughout New England, and they're like, you do know there's other parts of the United States that's not New England, right? And they're just like, well, no, we've not seen, you know, these record-breaking colds, that's average. And they're like, no, 2.5 feet of snow in Oklahoma is not average. Like, ice storms in Florida, like the iguanas falling out of the trees in Florida is pretty uncommon. No, it's just what's happened is the weather's just dorking out.
Well, we had our typical around Valentine's Day storm, which we have had every year, literally every year for the past like 10 years. It's just that it was almost 50 degrees today. What's it going to be tomorrow? Daily. Tomorrow it's going to be 32.
So back to normal.
But then Saturday it's going to be 47, and Sunday it's going to be 49. So it's just bizarre. I mean, I am complaining because it's muddy and it's disgusting. And I like winter. Everyone's like, you're crazy. I don't know why you like winter. I'm like, man, last week when it was snowing like crazy, it was awesome.
I love winter. I tell people in my stream, man, I look forward to the entire backyard being covered in snow. It's so nice and relaxing.
Well, what I don't like is the current weather that we're having right now.
No, I don't like mud season.
No. And that's all it's all it is anymore.
Yeah, mud season. The two I hate ice storms and I hate mud seasons. And I hate ice storms simply because I'm not gonna have power during an ice storm. If I didn't lose power during, I would love ice storms. They'd be fun. But no, I hate mud season. Mud season is my absolute least favorite. And I know that I have nothing but mud season for the next like 2 months now. Because I don't know if you've watched any of the videos. I try not to show it off that much in the backyard, but my entire back, like the barnyard, is just mud, mud, mud.
I did not hear the last like minute because I closed out of Fortnite.
Gotcha. Oh,